Hey guys, it's YOU WACK, and as many of you guys know, Doomfist just released for competitive yesterday, and I've had 24 hours to experience kind of the Doomfist hype, because this happens every single time a new hero gets released, and especially in competitive, you get a brand new wave of, oh, I'm a Doomfist main, I have the gold Doomfist gauntlet, and I just wanted to talk about Doomfist going into competitive, and just if he's OP, because I feel like Doomfist is one of those heroes that's not really all gimmicky too much. Like, when you look at Sombra, I'm not saying that she's a bad hero, but really her main gimmick is that, well, she's the only hero that can really hack things, i.e. abilities, ultimates, and health packs. But when it comes to Doomfist, he's not really someone that's like too special in a sense where not anyone else can do what he does, because, well, what's special about him is that really he's just a melee hero, but yet he still has the rocket knuckles or whatever you call it. So really he's not too like gimmicky, but more or less can output a lot of damage. And I think that's the reason why so many people are calling him OP. But I do want to get you guys' thoughts on Doomfist when you do see someone doing very well with him, because I feel like, in my personal opinion, it's those people that practice Doomfist, but also just practice Overwatch as a whole, as a game, know any type of situation that they're in, knowing what they have to do, being 5 steps ahead of the whole entire team, because, well, they know what's going to happen. They know the Mercy's going to res, they know the Lucio's going to ult, they know the Diva's going to fly in the sky, whatever the case may be. It's those people that not only are great with Doomfist, but have good situation awareness that's going to be able to unlock that potential with Doomfist. And I keep saying unlock because, like, not everyone can just pick up Doomfist and get in top 500. It's not like that, because in the last 24 hours, I have seen my good share amount of Doomfist that have just really carried the team. I don't want to say carry the team, but really have made a difference, a significant difference in the game. But I've also seen my fair share of people that have played Doomfist and really didn't make too much of a difference. That really just threw their life away, and that's what this gameplay is going to kind of embody, because I'm not trying to point fingers at this Doomfist per se. I'm not saying, oh, this is the worst Doomfist of all time, report this guy. No, I'm not trying to say that, but really what I'm trying to point out in this type of gameplay is just look at our team comp right now. In fact, let's look at me first of all. I'm playing freaking Zarya. When have you ever seen a gameplay of me playing Zarya? The only reason why I kind of had to play Zarya is because, well, we had pretty much 3 flankers. We had a Doomfist, we had a Genji, and we had a Pharah. Obviously, Pharah isn't going to be going around on the side, but really that's kind of like the roles that I kind of see those 3 heroes sort of fill, more or less Genji and Doomfist, but we're overfilling that role, and it's throwing me under the bus to play a hero role that I'm not comfortable with, i.e. playing Zarya. And granted, I did pretty decent. I'm not saying I'm going to be the next Zarya main playing for the United States team, but I didn't do too bad. But the thing is, we should have had a second healer, maybe instead of a Doomfist, because the biggest thing here is that we have so many ult combinations to pair up with mine, but we're just overkilling it. We don't have sustainability with like a Lucio ult or a Zenyatta ult. So this is the type of situation where you have to determine with yourself. Now let's look at you guys. Maybe you guys are in the same Doomfist's shoes. Maybe you've been in the same boat. You have to realize, okay, am I making a big difference? Am I making a big impact in the game? Or am I just kind of throwing my life away and not really making a big difference? Because you can kind of see in the kill feed when someone's playing Doomfist if they're making a big difference. Like if they're pinning some against the wall with their actual Doomfist, or if they're just killing them. In this gameplay, again, I'm not trying to point fingers, but really that difference wasn't entirely made. What the big thing with Doomfist is that he can totally demolish so many immobile targets like McCree, like Zenyatta, like Reinhardt, like Bastion, because, well, they're pretty stationary, and when he's charging up his Doomfist ability, he's able just to pin them against the wall. And if he's able to do that with the McCree, then our Pharah can go off. And if that would have happened, then I would have been okay with it. But that really didn't happen throughout the whole entire game, and we weren't able to advance forward. So in this situation, if this player would have asked, hey, YOU WACK, should I play Doomfist? I would have 100% said, no, we should probably have either maybe a second healer, more than likely have a second healer, maybe have a Soldier 76 or something like that, because, well, we already have 2 flankers, we already have a Genji that can pair up his ultimate with my ultimate, which you saw throughout the whole entire game, and we would have had more sustainability, because you also see throughout the whole entire gameplay, I'm not getting that much healing, the other heroes aren't getting that much healing, because Mercy is solo healing this whole entire team, and she wasn't even the best healer, but granted, she's doing her best. But if this Doomfist, who heavily relies on healing, if this Genji, who heavily relies on healing, and if this Pharah heavily relies on healing, all needs Mercy's attention, it's gonna divert her attention from us tanks, also from helping her build her ultimate, which is her res. It's just built for disaster, really, because we have 3 heroes that heavily rely on healing, whereas if we had a Lucio, it can help with the healing, and in fact, he can sustain himself and still have DPS. So if we're going back to the question, do I think Doomfist is OP? I would say yes, in the right team comp, and if you're very, very smart with him. It's those people, like I mentioned before, that just know know how to use Doomfist, like even have somewhat good mechanical skill, but also have been in so many situations that they know what's going to happen for the next 5 seconds. They recognize, okay, there's a Roadhog on the right, and then there's Zarya and Mercy on the left, Soldier's up on top right, I should probably go focus that Soldier, whatever the case may be. I don't know the situation, but really it's those heroes that are going to feel right at home and be so effective with Doomfist. But not even that, also recognizing that they had to secure the kill when they use their Doomfist abilities, because Doomfist is the type of hero that can really feed the enemy healer's ultimate, because not one single ability can really just press the button and boom, you secure that kill. Okay, maybe the actual Doomfist ability can, but I feel like that's something that really gets, that's not lucky, I don't want to say that, but really you can just charge your Doomfist and just punch randomly, and sometimes you can't secure a kill. Okay, that's great, but it's those people that use the combinations of the uppercut, the seismic slam, the rocket knuckles, actually punching, that are just going to see a big significant difference, but more importantly, being able to secure the kill, because if you heavily rely on the seismic slam and the uppercut and not really use your actual Doomfist ability, you're feeding the enemy healer's ultimate charge, because you're not going to be able to secure the kill per se. So that's the big thing that a lot of Doomfist players have to understand, is that if they're not securing the kill, they're just wasting engagements, wasting time, and ultimately you're not going to be able to be that effective. But one last time, do I think Doomfist is OP? Do I feel like he's going to be the S tier of heroes when it comes to Overwatch? And I'm going to say he's a fantastic hero, and not a lot of people needed a lot of time to figure him out, to really understand what he's capable of, which is a very mobile APM, a DPS oriented hero that can just totally, not even team wipe people, which just can combo a lot of things to really get 3 kills. That's very plausible with Doomfist, but it's being smart, it's practicing those combos, and just knowing the situation around you to know when to engage, disengage, or engage again to secure that kill, and knowing who to focus. Those are the people that are going to be right at home with Doomfist. But maybe your guys' thoughts are different. Do you think he's not OP? Do you think he deserves a nerf? I don't know, just give me your thoughts when it comes to competitive, because I feel like it's a whole different world when looking at quick play. So I love you guys, I thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.